シルフィーの店にようこそ。
たった今連勝中のファイターに倒され。
シルフィーの店にようこそ。
comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Gets a chance with that jump in. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Checks with the projectile. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. What are they thinking here? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Takes a trip. Throws them to negate the block. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Checks them with the projectile. Light feed opens up. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they end the meter? Hoping for a good return. Player one can build off this lead. Burnout triggered. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Going in, throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. So, what's next? This is a turn finishes it with the anti-air. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? No heavy. The drive parry was successful. Checks with the projectile. Still slugging it out here. Gets the jump in. Strings it all together. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Shows the medium kick. Headshot kicks. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? From up above. Counting on the super to do the job. Sneaks in above. Knockout straight forward with the drive punch. Zones with the fireball. Their will to win all in with the rush. Here comes the corner pressure. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Pump tap to close it. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Who's going to break the silence first? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory. Strings it all together. And the super is well aware of the life in meters. Really good decision making. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to clear out the situation. Drive rush to keep it going. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Experiencing burnout. Player one holding on to KO. Player one took no time to finish that fight.
Round one. Fight.
They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player two is in that dangerous burnout state. Taking stock. Player two chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Player 2, they've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. This is the perfect range to reach our antagonist function. And a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Springs forward with the drive. Well aware of their life and meters. Really good decision making. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Got their eye on the air. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 1 chases them down. A quick breather. Barely blocks the jump in. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. What'll happen here? Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. There's a change of side. Spinning third kick. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Right wing is there, but blocking that drive attack is what a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Jump! Throws a fireball. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Still plenty of time left. Ooh, you never know. All in with a rush. Connects with the throw. Impact squash. What are they gonna do? Shows off a burnout, but they may have a plan here. Player 2 is looking at a good situation with burnout. With super arches and whips, they're wide open. Player 1 can't. All the throw connects. Okay, here this leads to some big damage. Switch sides. Getting up closer. Solid anti-air. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. No huge chance after that wall splash. What now? A jump? This can turn into a big wall splash into the top for game. Done! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. They're still at it. No one's willing to step away from a rematch. Ha! Jumps in. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? What's the play here? Still slugging it out. Gets the jump in. Takes a trip. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the hold your breath. Beautiful setup for that attack. Big counter. In a dire situation, adds a little super juice into this, kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Medium kick hits. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Throws a fireball. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. He wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Goes for the throw. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. All that grinding and training had paid off. Look at the optimal damage on that combo. What's the play here? Drive lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive lead. All right. Fires off an overdrive. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Just goes for it to stop KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Blows him. What's next? to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Throw whiffs! Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Drive rush to keep it going. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Hit them with a stopping bottom. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Oh, they're in the corner. In there! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Barely blocks the jump in. Keeping them away. Just all in with the rush. Rattles them with a spinning bird. Crowns them with a blow. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Where are you putting that MD and whooping ass to work? Player 2, turn out, but they may have a plan. Player 2 is looking at a good situation with burnout. This is a bad situation to be in. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. I called it! Will this be enough to kill? Just get there! Perfection! That was a fight heard around the world! Yo, pop that! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Spinning bird kick. Player 2 chases them down. Knocked down. Player 1 may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance for the full drive gauge to tap into. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Jumps in! Shoots off a fireball up close. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Throws it. What's next? Shows the medium kick. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Echoes them with the lightning kicks. Brushes that off and keeps going. Checks him with the projectile. Goes for the rush. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. They're backed up into the corner. Going in. Midway through the... burnout activates. Halfway through this round. Which way you gonna block? Looking to impress. This super uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Life lead is there, but reads the jump in perfectly. Shakes things up with a sets up with a jump in. Shows some disrespect for that invincible special. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery lead, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Brings it all together. Taking stock. What a clutch side kick there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Okay, they trade hits. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Reaches out with the lightning kick. A quick breather. Player 1 opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with the projectile for the opening shot. Blocks the ambiguous crossover. Brushes that off and keeps going. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. Breaks the block with a throw. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be now. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 has an empty drive gear. This is a very precarious situation. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Checks with a medium kick. Are we going to see a comeback here? Both sides getting ready. Throws in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Reads the jump-in perfectly. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Just started. It's ending. This can lead to big damage. More fuel for the fire. Cook them up. Do it to them. Show the people what they're here to see, Ryu. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Dangerous range here. Getting it all on the drive rush. Okay, here we go. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 may be able to pull up the plan out, but they may have a plan here. Escapes the corner. Just smothering them with flawless rain on their parade. This kind of violence is a beautiful thing. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burned out. One player clutch anti-air. Gets the piston leeches up. It is over. Player 1 is going to be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. Shakes things up with all the throw connects. They're trading attacks. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. All right. Opts for the throw. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. All right, what's coming up next? Gets the jump in. Had the radar up and running. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning stretch. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so violent. Attempts to break the stalemate with a drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Barely blocks the jump in. Looking for a chance. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Jumps? This is a tennis. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move! Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. Oh, they haven't gotten their fill just yet. We're running it back. So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Knockdown. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Hits them with a stopping bomb. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Grabs and throws them away. Springs forward with the drive rush. Going in, Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Rattles them with a spinning burst. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Immediate jump. It's a good spot to use the super. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. And it is on. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? That was catch can, and you're gonna get in a fight. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Throws a fireball. Barely blocks the jump in. Low heavy hit. Mix up incoming. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Okay, both fighters are taking a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Goes for an overhead. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Taking stock. Sticks the combo. Projectile to try and change the situation. There's the wall splash. They can't do anything now. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Hazatsu, the kick hit. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. That drive rush to keep it going. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Pulls out the big gun with a Soul Sand Rat Crack. I never get tired of seeing this. Here it comes. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Stones with the fireball. For a chance. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. The low. Barely throws them. Knockout, Bennett and Cole on the drive rush. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Uses their drive gauge. They gotta dig down. This unleashes a big damage. He cuts off the tank and scores the win. Player 2 is unforced to...
comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Low kicks are a no-go. Anticipates the overhead. throws him down. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 1 with the life lead. Hits him with the projectile. Gets the knockdown, and now I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Throws him to negate the block. Knockdown. The jump in is denied. Burnout activates. One chance here may end this match. Finishes it with anti-air. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Knockdown, and player 1 puts the super arm to good use. Experiencing burnout. He ends the meter, hoping for a good return. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Taking no prisoners. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Will we see our fighters feel each other out, or just let it fly in this opening round? Denies that throw attempt. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? What's the play here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Taking stock. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Takes a trip. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Burnout activates. Oh, in there. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Can't take the throw. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it, sees them coming, and shrugs it off with the super arm. They've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive returns. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Big counter. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Knockdown. Decides to go in with the target call. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Takes a trip. Had the radar up and running. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They saw a path and they took it. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Decides to meet them in the air. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Connect with medium kick. Checks him with the projectile. Drive wants to keep it going. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown and breaks the block with a throw. Gets the fires off the Shingu Hadouken. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 1 kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Opts for the throw. Trips him up. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Taking stock. Throws them to negate the block. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Not shy with the grab. Not KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Balance from above. The overhead connect. Knockdown and grabs and throws him away. Player 1 will need full burnout triggers. Life lead is there, but looking to impress with this super. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Taking no prisoners. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Are these two gonna fight forever? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Goes for the throw. What's the play here? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Goes for the fireball. Decides to go in with the target combo. Nice, perfect parry. What do they do next? Add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Sees it coming and blocks it out. At this range, many attacks can KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Grabs them. Drive rush to keep it going. Flies in with a fist and keeps the pressure on. Takes a trip. Balance from above. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Going in, springs forward with the drive rush. They're trading attacks. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball against. Perfect execution with the anti-air. It's a good spot to use the super. Do it to him. Show the people what they need to see, Ryu. Just go for it. Oh, they change sides. Back into the corner. The stun. What a finish. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Big counter. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Just out of range for that throw. Lots of aggression from both sides. Got their eye on the air. Throws them. What's next? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. From up above. Taking stock. Big low reaching heavy. Very experiencing burnout. So little life left. Imagine with a fist to keep the pressure on. Player 1 has depleted their drive lead, but they are still within range to tap to close it. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Still slugging it out at this range. Springs forward with the drive rush. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Reads their mind and texts the throw. Jump? A parry? Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Going in there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. The last round. It's now or never. Rams up with the Gladius. Getting it all on the shoulder run. Turns up. Oh, putting the carry on top. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Perfectly executed. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Stops the attack by using a drive there. Player 2 has the life lead. Drive reversal to break in. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Well-timed corner switch. Decides to puff up while they can. Saw that jumping coming from a mile away and parries it perfectly. Brings out the super. How's it gonna work out for them? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Next hit will end the round. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up their knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Picks the drive reversal. Goes for the jumping. Gets carried to the corner. Feeling a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? Blocking that drive attack isn't going to work. Player 1 holding on perfect KO. They were in full control there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. The last round. It's now or never. Jumps in. We'll just get pairs in overdrive short. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Medium kick. Leg save. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 2 is looking at a good situation with burnout. Nowhere to run. The drive impact doesn't work. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Will this super art do anything? Gives them for the win. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? What are they thinking here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Smart play there using the drive reversal to keep them in the corner. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. They break forward to pressure the opponent. Check out to try and change the situation. Nice tech. The quarter KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Medium kick. Carry to answer the impact. So on point. Jump. Jumps in. Drive gauge capture. That's a counter. KO. careful. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. A parry? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Grabs and throws them away. Drive rush. Blocks the drive reversal. Scrapping it out up close. With super arts and all the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. Connects with medium kick. Things are very tense as this exchange continues. In with the crossover. Player one needs to set up with the jump in. Okay, here we go. Drops him hard. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Close it out. What a beast! Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Projectile to try and change the situation. Decides to meet them in the air. Turns up the heat and cooks some of the combo. Ooh, will they hit? With? Or even charge in? Tricky territory here. What are they thinking here? They're not gonna allow any jump-ins. They're not afraid to let the overdrive art fly, even when their drive gauge isn't topped off. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fire. Taking stock. Not much drive to work with at the moment. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. The big play does it. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Box them with a target. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo. Shows the medium kick. It's the super arm for good use. Knockdown and player one and bold. Yes, no escaping that. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Oh, they haven't gotten their fill just yet. We're running it back. Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Great work finding the open. This is a huge change. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Solid throw tech. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Taking stock. Drive rush to keep it going. Looking for a chance. Big throw. Player one needs to use the cut of the corner here. Both fighters planning something? Duck springs forward with the drive rush. Guys in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Takes in the throw. Player one.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. That's the jump in they were looking for. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Got their eye on the air. Overhead. Sticks the combo. Holds out with the block. Nails the anti-air. Taking stock. Player 1 chases them down. Goes for the fireball, which they get the win by sustaining good corner pressure and not giving them any breathing room. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Beats off a fireball up close. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Kick. Very slick with the combo. A quick breather. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Blocks the impact. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Hopes with a medium kick. Efforts them with the lightning kicks. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Wrecks them. What'll happen here? Player 1 needs to sprint forward with the drive rush. And they create an opportunity in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. The last round. It's now or never. Throws a fireball. Goes for the jump in. Took him to the corner in a flash. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Burns out. Player 1 super on to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Makes it all up a super. Not shy one bit about it. Player 2 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super art ready. Drive rush. Things are looking very bleak, but can they find something? In attack range. Gets it the perfect fireball. Flatline zone.
Real win.
I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to playing. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. No good up high. Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Grabs him. Just out of range for that throw. Sets the gauge on the drive rush. Takes a trip. Projectile to try and change the situation. Taking stock. Shows a medium kick. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? The jump-in is denied. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Gets out of there with a back. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Medium kick. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Medium kick hits. Drive rush to keep it going. Connects with medium kick. Checks with a medium kick. The kick hits! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Blocks the ambiguous toss-up. Tries to bait him with the projectile. spends a little drive gauge here to go on the offensive. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Blocks the jump in. The combo's there. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Blocks the ambiguous cross-up. Knockdown. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Throws a fireball here, maybe on a simple zoning strike. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. But what else can they get away with? Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. The jump-in is denied. Medium kick. Player one had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Rattle them with a spinning bird. Looking for a chance. Shoots off a fireball up close. Connects with medium kick. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Smart play. Springs forward with the drive rush. Medium kick. Potential takes him up. What'll happen here? Gut punch. Show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player one brings it home.
comes a new challenger.
We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Starting the action off with some fireballs. Starts off going with fireballs. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Trips him up. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Alright, what's coming up next? Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Can't tech the throw, takes a trip. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters are barely experiencing burnout. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Okay, getting some space here. attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Hanging on for dear life. From tap to close. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checking their reaction to the fireball? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Drive rush to keep it going. The fighter's return springs forward with a drive rush. Doesn't miss a beat. Player gets a good spot to use the super. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player 1 proved to be the victor in that interval. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Some with the projectile. Did well to get the buff in there. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Throws him down. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. It's a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Lands with the projectile. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump-in is denied. Still very early in the round. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 has the meter lead. Connects with medium kick. What'll happen here? Gets the combo. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Medium kick. Player Your fuel to the fire! Cook them up! Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super! Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Overhead. Denies the attack and no good up high. Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Still slugging it out here. What's the play here? Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Uses the parry. Takes a trip. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be open. Gets him. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Grabs him. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Checks with a medium kick. Overdrive Hadouken. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. It's a good spot to use the super. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken. Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high kick. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with leg spin? Burnout activates. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Projectile to try and change the situation. Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Good anti-air. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Parries to cancel the fireball. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. All right. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Sticks the combo. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Fight continues in the middle of the stage. Gets him. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Throws them to negate the block. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Ooh, that was a sweet read. Dashes up. Grabs him. Knockdown, drive, rush to keep it going. Pokes with a medium kick. Hits up the counter. Springs forward with a drive rush. Max S.A. Gate looking to impress with this super. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Drive gauge gap here. Their will to win is really being tested here. They're in the corner, finishes with the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Pokes with a medium kick. Medium kick. They exchange blows. Oh, they're side switch. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground with the solar plexus strike. Okay, here we go. Quick medium poke. The low kick hits. Sets up with the jump in. Uses their drive gauge. Parries the blow. What are they gonna do? Good parry. Drive rush. All in with the rush. What now? Big parry. Listen. There's the burner. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Super out of nowhere. The big player is unreal. Player 2 survived that 10th mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Blocks it. Medium kick. Still very early in the round. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Taking stock. Player 2 chasing him down. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag him with something. Projectile to try to snipes him out the air. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Drive rush to keep it going. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Going in, player 2 needs to use the cut of the corner here. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. So uses the gauge for a super art. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. Player 2 gained a hard-fought victory. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Overhead. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Drive lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juice advantage. Takes a trip. Player 1 experiencing burnout. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive. That was a huge to come from the break like that. What a comeback! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Checks with a medium kick. Checks them with a projectile. Shows the medium kick. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Breaks those shins. Looking to impress with this super. The big flex. The broken jaw. Sure you can. A real test of nerve here. Licks it. Player 1 comes away with the win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Goes for the fireball. Build the drive parry here, open things up for him. Takes a trip. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Bends the gauge on the adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Dashes up. Barely blocks the jump hit. Hits him for the stun. This might be over right here. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Now, springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 will look to a burnout activate. In there! Player 2 is the last fighter standing. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Build the drive parry here, open things up for him. Back throw to get the side switch. There's a corner switch. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they want to make something happen. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their driving. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Did well to get the buff in. The jump in is denied. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Shogeki, and now springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. Up tap to close it. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Slips the grab. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Drive rush to keep it going. Break forward to pressure the opponent. Oh, burnout triggered. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Both fighters have springs forward with the drive rush. Quick breather. Player 1 got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Real test racing. Player crashes on the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Player 2 survived that tense mirror match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Big stage close. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? at this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Blocks the low heavy. Plays the jump in to shut it down. Dashes. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Super hearts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Looking to impress with this super. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. Player 1 just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinks. Springs forward with the drive rush. You've got to be wrong. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. With the solar plexus strike. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive push. They gotta go. Goes for the fire, which is very strong at this range. Don't get hit to push forward. Get out. Player 2 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes for the fireball. Blocks the low heavy. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Still slugging it out here. All right, what's coming up next? Decides to buff up while they can. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes a trip. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball partner in the corner. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Looking for a chance. Are we going to see a comeback here? Turnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Each hit is so important here. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Big throw. Checks with a medium kick. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Jump. Springs forward with the drive rush. This footwork has all the nice speed. Got the drive rush to keep it going. Shows a medium kick. Throws a fireball. Grabs and throws him away. Knockdown and... Turnout! Let's take it in there! Player 2 gained a hard-fought victory. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Checks with the projectile. Player 1 with the life lead. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Goes with the projectile to tackle the opponent. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Had the radar up and running. Tries to keep the pressure. Gets some. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Big counter. Drive boost. Hello. Parries to cancel the fire. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. What'll happen here? A trade, but they're not worried. Jumps in. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. From low heavy to... Oh, burnout triggered. Shows the medium kick. Ooh, does a dirty. Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. The drive impact doesn't work. Burnout dissipates. Jump. A quick breather. Outline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. The match just started. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Knockdown and... drive up! With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Looking for a hole. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Breaks it! These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it? Medium. Oh, and here's the run! What's this kick gonna do? Okay, here we go. Kisses the fireball. Player 2 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows the medium kick. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Hits him up. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. What's the play here? Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple bonus. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive rush to keep it going. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. That's it cleanly. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Boosted. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. The jump in catches them. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Player 1 has a slight life lead. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player 1, burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to tank. Player 2, in dire straits with burnout. A quick breather. Jumps. Hit fires off the Shiku Hadouken. Knockdown and looking for a chance. Are we gonna see a comeback here? The drive impact doesn't work. Drive rush to keep it going. The jump in is rejected. Player 2.
現在練習を続ける強力なファイターが出現しています。
Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time! what they try to do here in the first round. Trips him up. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Checks him with the projectile. Checks with a medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 needs to use the turn of the corner. Blocking that drive attack isn't going to work. Player 2 holding onto that corner advantage. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Jones with the fireball. Dashes. Burnout accident. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They dead off this super? What? That was enough to kill? Yo, that read was godlike. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Projectile to try and change the situation. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Goes for the throw. Knockdown. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. What's the play here? Neither can lean on the drive too hard. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super arc gauge. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Decent return on the combo. Life lead opens up. Okay, creating some space here. Uses the fireball to try and establish. Yes. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Gets the jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Big opportunity coming. Brushes that off and keeps going. Gets in deep to get that driver. Peppers them with the lightning kick. Player 1 needs to use the cut of the corner. Gets out of that jam with a perfect pair. Knockdown and blocking that drive attack isn't going to work. Both are ready to pull the trigger on the anticipated next throw. Player 1 has got the overhead denied. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? All in with the rush. Oh, the throw connects. Oh my, the throw tech. Medium links in. There's the burnout. That's out the gauge right there. A clean KO. Nice meter alert. It out. Player 1 brings it home.
Round 1. Fight.
We're here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Projectile to try and change the situation. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Knockdown. Player 2, big trouble here. The stun is going to leave him defenseless. Player 1 chases him down. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. This is a tough spot. They can't even get sneezed on here. Burnout is triggered. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Quick breather. Player 1 chases them down. They were right to be on guard there. Goes for the rush. Oh, burnout triggered. Perfect KO. They were in full control there.
Wins.
That clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.